First, we import NumPy as NP, and then we print the NumPy version that we are using. We are using 1.13.3. Next, we import PyTorch, and we print the PyTorch version that we are using. We're using PyTorch version 0.2.0_4. We import the PyTorch variable from the torch autograd package. For this video, we're going to work with a Python variable named random_variable_x that creates a PyTorch variable which is of size 2x3x4 that's going to be filled with random float 32 numbers that are multiplied by 100 and then cast to integers. And then we say requires_grad to true. We can check the type of the random_variable_x, and we see that it is a PyTorch autograd variable. Now that we have this variable, we want to convert it to a NumPy multidimensional array. Since we know that we can convert a PyTorch tensor to a NumPy multidimensional array using the NumPy open parentheses close parentheses functionality, we can try that. So we pass in our random_variable_x and then chain.numpy open parentheses or close parentheses. Unfortunately, this causes an error. The error is attribute error, variable object has no attribute NumPy. That's strange because when we print the variable, we can see that it's a PyTorch int tensor of size 2x3x4. The trick here is that PyTorch variables can't be transformed to NumPy because PyTorch variables are wrappers around PyTorch tensors that save history and operation on the variable. They do not, however, have objects that can be converted to NumPy. Again, this is a variable containing. So the PyTorch variable contains this torch tensor, but that's inside of it. It's not the actual thing, so we can't use it. So what we have to do is we have to extract the PyTorch tensor from the PyTorch variable using the PyTorch data functionality. So we have our PyTorch variable, and then at the end we say .data. We assign this to the random_tensor_x Python variable. When we print this variable, you see that we have our torch int tensor. Comparing it to the variable, here the variable said variable containing, whereas when we print this, this line is blank and it has the actual tensor. Now that we have the tensor, we can convert it to a NumPy multidimensional array using the .numpy open parentheses close parentheses functionality. And we're going to assign it to the Python variable np_random_mda_x. We can check the shape of the converted NumPy array, and we see that it is 2x3x4, which matches the tensor we had, 2x3x4. We can check the data type. We see that it is int32, and we know that we cast the original PyTorch variable to ints, so that is why it's int32. We reprint the PyTorch variable to make sure we can check the values against our NumPy multidimensional array. And finally, we visually inspect the values of the NumPy multidimensional array. We see 16, 46, 90, 14, 16, 46, 90, 14. And that is how you can transform a PyTorch autograd variable to a NumPy multidimensional array by extracting the PyTorch tensor from the variable and converting the tensor to a NumPy array.